Good evening, gang. It's Sunday, the 11th of August, 2019. Welcome to tonight's United Kingdom tour, coming through from this plush television studio here in Royal Berkshire in Bracknell. Good evening, boys and girls. One of our late night shows tonight. Lots to talk about, a few news stories, and I know some of you are here for the raffle tickets. We got the big raffle tomorrow morning, gang. You could win one of these. Yes. Well, hang on a minute. Let me get them out. You could win one of these fridge magnets. Already there are 2 little fridge magnets on their way in the post. And also, I don't think she's with us tonight. Usually it's the normal, we get a different crowd at night time. So you might not know about this, but I will tell you as we go throughout the show what all this is about. But Rachel, who's already won one of the prizes, did ask for a photograph as well. So I searched. It took me a long time, to be honest. I searched through my entire catalogue of photographs and came out with this one to send you. Is that all right, Rachel? She's not with us at the moment. I've got one of these for you, Rachel, all right? I think I'm looking particularly butch there, don't you? Maybe a little bit fatter now. Can you tell by the face that I've put a little bit more weight on? There we are. That's the actual river that is very near my caravan. So I'll tell you all about the competition a little bit later on. We'll be giving out tonight's raffle tickets and our weekly raffle. Our first one will be tomorrow morning live on the programme. All right, boys and girls. As always, I'll be very grateful if you share the show to your various walls and groups and friends, perhaps. And if you could do me a favour, we're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Did I just spit then? How disgusting. I just spat. Isn't it awful when you're talking to someone and they spit in your face? Or they got bad breath? I don't know what I hate more, being spat in the face out unnecessarily or people with bad breath. You know, some people do both. It's awful. Awful. You know, as they talk to you, a bit of spit comes out and some of them, it's acid. You can feel it burning into your face. Perhaps that's why I've got so many potholes in my face. I don't know. Well, the weather's not been too bad today. We had a little bit of a downpour around about 6 p.m. when I went for my afternoon siesta. And I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden I heard pitter-patter on the windows, and then it poured down. Well, you don't really hear it much in a house unless it's hitting the window, and I think it was hitting the window. Much nicer, of course, when you get rain and you're in a caravan. That is just awesome. I mean, to be on a cold day. So you're on a cold day, you're in your bedroom, you may have a little convector fire on or something like that in the bedroom. Don't be silly and take one of those portable gas fires into a bedroom. You know, very dangerous, dear, very dangerous. Your little convector heater on or something like that. You're in bed, I don't know, it's the middle of the night, and it starts pouring down with rain and windy and lightning and hailstorms, and you're tucked up in your little bed, whether or not you're with someone. It's been a very long time since I've been in a bed with someone, to be honest. How many years is that now? Never mind. Not to think about those two sort of things. All right. Shall we say hello to whoever's with us tonight? Let's have a look there. Hello to Adrian Richardson. He was in the pub last night. Good evening, Adrian. Roger. Hello, Roger. I used to DJ with Roger at Belushi's in Hammersmith. Good evening, Rogerio. Eduardo, who is in the southeast. Good evening, sir. Michael Lawrence over there in Camden Town. Good evening, Michael. Paul Harvey is there. Paul, you keep mentioning the Stu Crook. Why is that? Why you keep mentioning Stu Crook? And Stu Crook always mentions Paul Harvey. I have noticed that. Is it a bromance? Is it a bromance? I typed in bromance on one of those dodgy internet sites. There's some very interesting films, little short films that friends seem to do with each other. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Evening to Robert Lund. How is the air conditioning in the caravan? It's fantastic. I'm not in the caravan at the moment. I'm here in the Mirable Studios in Royal Berkshire. But it's fantastic, Robert. What was the company name? Ooh. Why? Oh, hang on a minute. Let's see if I can find the invoice here. Might find the invoice here. Is it there? One moment. I keep getting offer. Are you anyone a member of Expedia? I keep getting half-price offers from them. I can't believe that for one moment. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Here it is, Jamie. One moment, please. You got a pen handy, Robert? Yeah, hang on. Let me find it. Here we go. www. You want to speak to Jamie? Jamie. Please tell him that I gave you the information, all right? Because he's a really nice bloke. I'm going to give you a phone number as well. The company was called YTV UK. All right? YTVUK.com is the website. Phone number 07976 851 663. That's the company that installed my air conditioning, and I'm very, very, very happy with it. My God, it's made an enormous difference to that caravan. As you know, I had a little portable air conditioning thing, which it was okay. That was okay, but that's about it. Okay. Proper air conditioning, you know, with a fan outside, and I've got one in here actually. Is that camera going to catch that? Let me see. Number 3, isn't it? Yes, you can. See, that's what I've got now. I've got 2 of those. I've only got one in the house here, which is here in the studio. But I've got 2 in the caravan. One in the living room and one in the bedroom, okay? And that chucks cold air out. And if you go, and then they put a fan outside, or 2 fans. Sometimes they just put 1 fan to control 2 of those head units, or they might put 1 fan for each one. Depends. I don't know what it depends on, but I thought he was going to bring around 2 fans, but he only brought around 1, and both connect to this single fan thing. And if you go around the back when it's hot, and you stand in front of the fan, you feel the hot air pouring out of it as it exits your caravan. Absolutely fantastic, all right? So once again, it's YTVU... I think that's the website. 1 minute. Let me type it in for you. YTVUK.com. YTVUK.com. No, it's not. No, it's not. That doesn't work, does it? I'm glad I looked at that. Let me just double check for you, darling. Oh, no, is it a V? Oh, it's V. I beg your pardon. I thought it was Y. It's a V. 1 minute. There it is. VTVUK.com. That's the website. VTVUK.com. There's all the stuff there. All right, and the phone number's up there as well, which I've given you already. Try and speak to Jamie and tell him Chris Reardon from the Chapel Hill Marina gave you the phone number, because he gave me some leaflets, and I think it's his own business. I can't fault his work. Can't fault it. He said he'd be there when he was going to be there. He was a little bit late on the next day, I think it was, but he rung me and told me I'd be about half hour late. Very clean, no mess, fantastic job. Very happy. All right, Robert. Hope that helps you. Let me know how you get on with that. All right. Hello to... yes, look, they're begging for raffle tickets. The raffle's coming up. Hello to Coco Bungie. Good evening to you. Peter Lake is there, having a lovely weekend. He's up in Woodall Spa. Good evening to the delightful Wendy Young. Good evening, Wendy. She was going to go to Proms on the Park to see Barry Manilow, but instead she's doing something where I don't think she's going anymore. Something helping your dad move or something. I think I spotted you on there. I haven't had time to reply to that yet, so good luck with that, Wendy. Do we have any dates yet? Barry Manilow's coming again, isn't he? We should have some dates announced soon for the next... Here we are, Barry Manilow fan. Wendy is a Barry Manilow mega fan. I'm simply a fan. There is a difference. There's a difference. There's a big difference. She's a massive, massive fan. I'm a massive fan, but not as massive as Wendy. And, of course, the delightful Manilow Fan Club. Oh, yes. Evening, Wendy. Hello to Ray Reynolds. Good evening, Ray. LaBelle, what? No centrefold boudoir picture? No, dear. No centrefold boudoir picture at all, dear. Clean pictures. That's all we have. Clean pictures. Wendy says, fridge magnets, you tight bastard. How dare you? What's wrong with my little fridge magnets? They're very good. The only thing is, I forgot I was going to put a little picture of myself there. But there you go. So you can win a fridge magnet. Wendy got a mug. We gave out mugs once, didn't we, a couple of years ago? And Wendy's got a United Kingdom Talk mug. Have I got one here? Oh, there's one here. Here's one over here. Hang on a minute. Look. Here it is. I think this was one of the... There we are. No, this was one of the... I think this was one of the rejects. It didn't come out quite well, so I've still got that one here. There we are. Wendy's got one of those. I think Wendy's got one with a picture of me on it. Just imagine that. Every time your lips touch that mug, you're actually kissing me. Isn't that a lovely thought? Hello to Rachel. There's Rachel. Good evening, Rachel. She's already won a fridge magnet. It's literally on its way to you now, my darling. And you asked for a photograph as well. That's the photo, which I've signed for you. Okay? That's in the post as well, my darling. Rachel's just got back. It's Great Yarmouth. Oh, that's a nice place. I think Great Yarmouth was the first ever place we went to Pontin's. Sand Bay, if I can remember rightly. Sand Bay Pontin's holiday camp. Oh, back in the 70s. What a fantastic time we had there. I don't know if it's still there, actually. Pontin's is much, much smaller. They used to have holiday places all over the country and some abroad as well, but it all went a bit wrong, I think, and they started selling up. They haven't got a very good name now, unfortunately, Pontin's. Butlins have. Pontin's haven't, which is a great shame because... oh, look what I've just found here, look. Blimey, that's old. How long have I had that down? Red Nose Day. Is that an improvement? I wonder if I can blow this off my nose. Shall I try? Yes! Ooh. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Oh, how vile. Shall I send this to someone as well? With my nose drippings on it. That'd be one best. Yes, we had such a wonderful time at Pontin's when we were children. Mum and Dad took us there every year. We'd have a week at Pontin's and then a week hiring like a cottage or a bungalow somewhere. And wonderful time. The food was fantastic, entertainment fantastic. But of course, the world is a very different place now, and I think people want different things, don't they? We were happy as sandbags going to Pontin's, happy as anything, you know. And unlike today, you know, I go to Haven holidays now a lot with my lovely nephew. And his family, and my lovely niece and her family. Although they're in Cyprus at the moment. She's just literally stepped off the plane here in the UK just a few hours ago. She's come back for a couple of weeks to visit my sister, her mother, with the children as well. So they got off, I think, somewhere in Oxfordshire. So at this very moment, they're driving back up north. So it'd be nice to see her. But I've been on Haven holidays with her. And, you know, on the whole, Haven holidays, wonderful, wonderful places. But they got, like, security staff walking around. And I don't remember ever seeing security staff walking around ballrooms of Pontin's, you know, in the 1970s, and that's a sad indication of what society is like these days. You know, you have these security people everywhere, people on the door, this, that and the other, show your ticket as you went in. I don't ever remember having a ticket. You just walked in. Once you were in the site itself. In fact, I don't even think we had someone on a gate. You know, like at the front gate as you come into a holiday camp. Yeah? You drive through, you park your car and you book in. I don't remember anyone on the gate either. You literally just drove in, booked in, and you were given the keys to your chalet. Very different now, you know, very, very different now. So there we are, Rachel. All right, she's just got back to Hull Beach and it's chucked it down. Yes, there were some storm warnings, wasn't there? I saw some storm warnings this afternoon from the Met Office about a big areas of storm, some up north, down as far as Newcastle, I think, and a bit further up, and then right down in the southwest as well. Hello to Tommy Flynn. Good evening. Evening, Tommy. If I check carefully, I may have some pictures from you in the 90s. Cash will make them disappear. Send them over, Tommy. Where have you got pictures of me in the 90s? Because there's like a gap. And I think it is in the 90s. There's a bit of a gap there where I've got no photos. I don't seem to have any photos. I wish they'd allowed cameras in at that nightclub we used to go to, Trade. Oh, my God. If I'd have seen photos of myself when I was out then in the 90s at Trade. I was so out of it, I had to hold on to the wall while I was climbing up the stairs to the toilet. Where I spent hours, to be honest. Hello to Heidi Oliver. Good evening, Heidi. Mike Rees-Ponto is in the house. Thank you very much. Okay, Robert, pleased to help you there. Do let us know, Robert, please, if you take that up at all, okay? Adrian, why are you pointing out your wallpaper, which is coming off the wall? Dreadful darling. I can't see any wallpaper coming off the wall. You must be watching another channel, Adrian. Either that or another planet. One of the two, dear. Hello to Brian Reed. Good evening. Welcome to the show, Brian. We are today sponsored by Cadbury's Lucky Numbers. As Ray Reynolds will tell you, we'll be giving out raffle tickets very soon into the show today, all right? Thank you, Wendy. No dates yet for Barry Manilow. September, when the dates are released. So that would be a year later, wouldn't it? Because the prom's in the parks in September. So Wendy's guessing that Barry Manilow will be here maybe next September. So that's September 2020. 2020. My God, 20 years since the millennium, eh? Where's that gone? Hello to Shania still. Shania today is a secret viewer. She's doing something. I can't remember what she's doing now. I think she's out somewhere or something. And she's had to plug in secretly to her little phone or whatever she's doing. So, shh, don't make too much noise because we don't want the other people to know that Shania's watching. Okay? Let's have just scrolling down there. There we are. LaBelle, pictures of the 90s. Send them to me. LaBelle, just have a look through my photos. You'll see some of me in the 90s. I had quite a nice bod. I had one of those bods. You know, I did. It's not there now. It's disappeared under a load of fat somehow. Don't know how that's happened. And hello to Robert Dexter, trade baby. I was a trade baby. And the wonderful times. If only we could do it all again, innit? Anyone watch Casualty? Whenever I say that, right, I never ever come across anyone who ever watches it. Funny, innit? Anyway, if you do, the most recent episode, strangely enough, I had my hard disk recorder set up last night to record Casualty, because usually on Saturday I go to work and I come back and then I watch it while I'm having my dinner. So I started it off on my hard disk recorder and it started playing last week's episode. I thought, I've seen that already, which was very strange. And I looked on the recorder and there's nothing else. Anyway, I went on the BBC iPlayer and sure enough, there was the new episode on there. So I'm wondering, did they actually show it last night or show the wrong one? Because I don't know how I've managed to end up with the wrong episode. Very strange, but it was a 90-minute edition last night. Oh, it was fierce. That programme was fierce last night, cats. Does anyone watch Casualty? Anyone? It was fierce. This storyline, which has been going on for weeks, about Connie Beecham, who's unfortunately become addicted to some sort of prescription drug, and she's broke down in tears and admitted it all. Oh, it was exciting, dear. Very, very exciting. So that's Casualty. Dragon's Den started again tonight. I haven't seen it yet. I'm a bit of a fan of Dragon's Den. I very much like Peter, whatever his name is. Peter, hang on, I've got it here somewhere, haven't I? Where is it now? Oh, I thought I had it. Maybe I deleted it. Oh, Peter. Is it Peter North? Peter West? Peter South? Oh, what's his name? The bloke in Peter something. Oh, what's his name now? Peter in Dragon's Den. Anyway, so I like him. I said he's my favourite. No, my favourite's Deborah Meadham. Deborah Meadham's my favourite. And there's a new girl in it as well. So I'm looking forward to watching that perhaps a little bit later on tonight. When I finish the show tonight, I should watch Poldark. And then maybe watch Dragon's Den either after that or sometime tomorrow afternoon while I'm having my lunch or something like that. No, we don't watch live television anymore, do we? No one really watches live television, do they? I mean, I have the news on a lot. I have drives my sister mad. My sister and her husband, they don't like to watch the news because they say it's depressing. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy Flynn. Peter Jones. He's the one. He comes across as the one that's in charge of all the others. Peter Jones. Thank you very much. So that's on tonight. That's something to watch there. Let's have a look here. Let's just scroll back a little bit there, my loves. I can't tell me what she knows again. Let's have a look. Rachel doesn't know where the years are running. No, me neither. Ray Reynolds wants a number 2. We'll go and have one, Ray. You don't need to tell us, dear. Just go and have your number 2 and then pop back. You won't miss anything. Everything I do tonight has probably been done already. Raffle tickets that come in tonight. You'll want a raffle ticket to win a fridge magnet. The raffle is tomorrow morning. Okay, sometime between 9 and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the raffle. If you haven't got raffle tickets, you'll need them. If you've already got raffle tickets, you can have another one. You can have one raffle ticket each day. Don't try and get more than one. Don't be clever and open another account, because if I find out, I'll take all your raffle tickets out completely and you will be banned from the competition. Really serious now. Really serious. All right? Thank you, Tommy. I can vouch that. There we are. Tommy says, I did have a decent body in the 90s. Sadly gone downhill. Is it that bad? It is, isn't it? That's what happened to all those old blokes. It all falls apart, I'm afraid. All right, Coco Bungie. Hello, my darling. Sarah Lou Lace. A very good evening to Sarah Lou Lace. Coco Bungie says, I have expected Amanda Mealing to leave, as she has looked so ill for months now. That's Connie Beecham. Oh, you watch it, do you? At last. Someone who watches Casualty. I hope her cancer isn't returning. Of course. Yes, she had cancer, didn't she? This is the one that plays Connie Beecham in Casualty, and it finished last night. So it did. They did show the right episode last night. I don't know what happened to my hard disk recorder, but it left, and she's been doing all these drugs, and Charlie told her to go home. She's upset Charlie big time. Oh my God. Were you on the edge of your seat like I was? I had tears in my eyes watching that episode last night, this afternoon. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Peter North was a porn star. Mike, please, darling, I don't want to know all your disgusting, filthy little secrets on this programme, dear. If you want to watch that sort of thing, that's entirely up to you, Mike. But please, please keep it to yourself, dear. Honestly. Peter North was a porn star. Can I find that anywhere? No, sorry. I hope Duffy does it. Yeah, Duffy. Well, she's Duffy, who's also in Casualty. She's got dementia, early onset dementia, but she's been blamed for stuff, and it's not her who's doing it. Michael uses the BBC iPlayer as well. I use that a lot as well, rather than live television. Okay. Michael wants to know, how do you get the tickets? Hang on, Michael. It's all coming up in the show, dear. Don't rush me. Don't rush me, dear. There's only a certain amount of time to get things in, and they all go in a little order, dear. That's all coming up. All right, Mike Cullen remembers what I looked like in 2004. Yeah, half the size I am now, dear. Stuart, hello to Stuart Skinner. Hello. Won't be able to watch live tomorrow. Will I still be able to claim if I'm drawn? Yeah, you won't have to claim. You won't have to claim at all. I will pick the ticket out, and all the names are written on the back of the tickets, you see. So that's it. And then I'll know who's won, and then email. Anyone can join in the raffle. Anyone. Whether you watch live or whether you watch the recording later on, I keep the kind of lines open for you to get a ticket right up to when we start the next show. All you have to do is email me on this email address. Stand by, boys and girls. Brand new text caption coming up. Oh, yeah. Look how seamless that was. Don't you wish you could do that on your live phone? There you are. That's the email address. All right? So if you don't pick up a ticket in the live show, if you're watching a recording, email me. And all you got to do is say, can I have a raffle ticket, please? And I'll send you the number back by email. And you can do that for every show. Remember, no more than one per show, all right? Anyone gets caught cheating, gets them all taken out. And it's only a bleeding fridge magnet, for Christ's sake. It's not like I'm giving £10,000 away, is it? No doubt someone's just switched on now and said, wow, is he giving away It's amazing, actually. People hear what they want to hear. They don't always hear what you're saying. They hear what they want to hear. So there are probably people, millions of people all over the world, boys and girls, that, probably now think I'm about to give away £10,000, which is not the case, I'm afraid. Not the case. All right. So get ready. Those raffle tickets are coming along in a second. After church this morning, I cycled to church, and it was quite a nice day today. Not too hot. Sometimes it can be a bit hot on your old bicycle cycle to church. And after that, I went and had a vegan sausage roll from Greg's, which has kind of become a normal thing on a Saturday now. I had a cheque to put in the bank, so I posted the cheque in that little machine at the bank. And I got these photos done because Rachel said she wanted a photo. So as I say, I got these done. Now, I get photos done now at the Boots machine. You know, the Boots have got like photo machines. Because quite frankly, I'm no good at printing out photographs. It's dreadful. And it's horrendously expensive to buy coloured ink for a colour. I don't have a colour printer anymore. I've just got a black and white one. I've had 3 colour printers over the year, all of which have eventually failed sort of reasonably quickly within 2 years of me having them. But the amount of ink I used to get trying to get a picture to print out properly was a joke. So eventually I got rid of them. And now, whenever I want photos done, I'll either put a load on one of those memory key things. What are they called? Have I got one here? There's one here, look. I'll put a load of photos on here. I rarely print out pictures, to be honest. But if I do, I'll put them on here. Then I go to the Boots machine. You plug the thing in. All the photos, be warned, all the photos come up on the screen. So if you get anything dodgy, like probably Mike Cullen has, pictures of women's breasts and things like that, or worse, pictures of men's bits and pieces, they will all come up on that screen in Boots. Be warned. Okay? So you plug your thing in there, or I just went in with my iPhone and I plugged the little. It took a little while to get the thing working. I had to try 3 machines before I could get the damn thing to work. But I plug it in there. All your photos come out. You select the one that you want, and you tell it how many copies you want, and you just push a button, and it prints out. And the best thing about it is, if you're not happy with the photographs, you don't pay for them. It's as simple as that. Marvellous. You just take them up to the counter and you show them. Look, this hasn't printed. I'm not happy with it. And you won't get charged. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So then what happens then is your photos come out the bottom, you get a receipt, and then you go to the till with your photos and the receipt and you just pay. And I think they're about 40 pence each. 45 pence each, 40 pence each, which isn't bad, is it? 10 photos, £4.50. 20 photos, £9. That sounds reasonable. I think it's a lot cheaper than trying to get a blooming photo to print properly out of a colour printer. I really do. All right? Good. Hello to, where are we going? Mark Kempner. Good evening, Mark. All right, darling. I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Hope you're doing all right there. Ray Reynolds, Charlie Drake. Remember Charlie Drake? All right, my darlings. Charlie Drake allegedly fiddled the raffle at Butlins as a redcoat, but the script writers at Heidi High had to invent Ted Bovis. Porter. Is that right? He fiddled the raffle. Hey, Sarah Lou. Our last printer she bought was £60 for 1 colour cartridge. Now, I won't have one anymore, Sarah. I refuse to pay £60 for a bit of coloured ink. It's blooming outrageous. Going to Ryman's. You know Ryman's, the ink cartridges are so expensive that they're behind the till. You can't buy them. And let me give you a bit of advice here. Do not buy compatible ink cartridges. I've tried that before and destroyed printers. Happened twice. And that was just a black and white one. There were black and white printers. I thought, I'll save myself £5 here. I'll get a compatible ink cartridge. Instead of like the Brother one or the Epsom one, I've got the compatible one. No, destroyed the printer. Don't buy them. It's not worth the charge there. Okay. Hello to Clarissa. Good evening, Clarissa. Adam says, when I was sweet 17 and I used to wear my black leather coat and I was in the black cap most nights, I remember that, Adam. Can you still get in that, dear? This, I've got to tell you, this shirt, I've worn this, but if you were able to, I couldn't wear this at the caravan because you see a little bit lower there. The bottom 2 buttons are undone. They're so tight around my stomach, dear. All right. LaBelle, does this mean you might send some boudoir photo by accident? No, you're not having a dirty photo of me, LaBelle. I haven't got any. Honest, I haven't got any on the apps that I send to people. Honestly, good evening to Merlin. Hello to Gaz Barron. Good evening, Gaz. One of our Cleethorpes. Lovely Cleethorpes customers, someone I've connected with there. You connect with people. I don't mean like, as lovers or something like that. You just connect with certain people, don't you? Better than you do others, which is quite nice. Hello, Gaz, all right? Merlin says most of the time it's cheaper to buy a new printer rather than buy the inks. Oh, yes. Absolutely, because you get a certain amount of ink free, don't you? That's how the print manufacturers make their money. It's from the ink cartridges, not the printer machines. All right. Sarah reckons there's diamonds in the ink. I'm sure there is. Yeah, you want to go through the ink looking for the little diamonds, darling. Mike remembers when we used to post off the film and wait a week. Yeah, and the rest, 2 weeks it used to be, Mike. Do you remember that? Before we had digital cameras, you'd get the film and with maybe if it, my dad had an expensive camera and he had it for years. Yes, I don't think my dad ever bought a second camera. And, you know, he'd take a picture and then he'd have to roll the film on. And then at the end, he'd have to roll the film all the way back and then open the camera and send it off. 2 weeks later, a picture came. And there might be little stickers on the pictures telling you what was wrong with it. You know, needs more light. I suppose someone in the chemist, where you would take the pictures, they would go, I mean, because they could see all your pictures, you see. You couldn't take dirty pictures of yourself then, dear. No, because someone in the chemist had to develop them and, you know, see all these pictures of breasts and other bits and pieces and bums and the front bits as well. Someone would have sent them. And if they thought there was something wrong with the picture, you get a little sticker on there. There'd be a little yellow sticker in the corner. Needs more light. Stand closer to subject. Picture out of focus. They put little labels on there, wouldn't they? All right. Hello to Rick. Hello, Rick. He sang, hello, yes, I remember you, Rick. He sang Poor Unfortunate Souls down there at Cleethorpes. Funnily enough, Rick, I did that last week when you weren't there, because that's one of my songs as well. Poor Unfortunate Souls, in pain, in need. That one longs to get the man, that one longs to get thinner. Do I help them? Yes, indeed. And I'm afraid I had to rake them cross the coals, but them whole and been a saint. That one. You know that one. 'Cause those poor, unfortunate souls. We love it. Poor, unfortunate souls. I love it. Charlie Drake's son lives in a caravan near Skegness. Is that right, Rob? Do you know him? Do you know him? How fantastic is that? Nothing wrong with living in a caravan. I'd live in a caravan happily. I really would. The one I've got is probably a bit too small for me to make a home. But nevertheless, you know, it's nice. I like it. I love my caravan has become very, very personalised. Started off by my sister actually, who kindly painted it in the colours that I wanted, bright green and bright blue. I like bright colours. There's no magnolia in my caravan, dear. No white with a hint of green. You know, no grey, no black. Bright, bold colours. That's what the world needs. Bright, bold colours. LaBelle is a bright, bold colours, aren't you, my darling? Bright, bold colours. That's what we want. Merlin's, he's cleaning out his dad's house. Found 8 large plastic containers full of photos. Any of you there? Is there any of you, yeah? Was a little boy? I bet there is. Oh, it's nice to go through things like that, isn't it? Clarissa got herself a little photo printer. She used to get a pack with 2 cartridges and photo paper, well cheap. Where's that, Amazon or Argos? All right, well, I'll have a look at that. Interesting to see. All right, let's just scroll down there. All right, duet next time. Well, I'm not very good at duets, really, Gaz. I'm not very good doing things with someone, if you see what I mean. No, it's like doing shows like this. Sometimes, actually, that's a bit of a lie. Sometimes you hit with the right person, and it can work quite well. But I think you can't just do a show with anyone. Similarly, I don't think you can just do a song with anyone. There's a lot of people at karaoke nights who think it's their right to just go and pick up the microphone at any time and sing along with someone. Well, number one, no, it's not. And number two, the mic won't be switched on anyway unless I've got the prior permission of the person who's singing it, because it's their song. You know, you have to remember, guys, a karaoke night, everyone wants the spotlight, you know, and for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever it is, say you put a song on, so Gaz comes and sings, right? For 3 or 4 minutes, I try and make sure that spotlight is yours and no one else's. So if anyone picks up the mic while you're singing, unless you've told me, yes, it's okay, then it doesn't go on. Because that's your moment, you know? It's your moment. It's like when people come on the stage, and when I'm doing karaoke, you know, I like to have a little bit of a laugh on the microphone. But you probably also notice that once someone has started singing, that's it. I shut up. unless I really know the person. I thought, oh, let's have a little bit of a laugh with them. Some people, there's certain people, not, funnily enough, not at Cleethorpes, not yet anyway, but certainly at Central Station, there's a chap called Toby. And Toby and I are great friends. I've got to tell you that now. But when you see him on the stage, I play enemies. Not enemies, but I play that I don't like his singing. And that he gets on one's nerves. And he'd come up, he might sing a verse, and I'll say, oh, thank you, Toby. Oh, sorry, is there another one? Oh, right, like that. Okay? But it's all humour. It's all humour. Okay. Hello to Matt Martins, who's in Canada today. Good evening, Matt. LaBelle says you didn't want to see those pictures. Cut the technician was cute and single. Oh, dear. Right, get ready for your raffle tickets. I'm going to give them out in a second, boys and girls. What else did I do today? Oh, can I just tell you, if you've got a Windows machine, there's a big Windows 10 update. A big one. Okay? Some computers aren't ready for it yet. If you're going to do it, you could be off for a few hours. One of my computers took about 3 or 4 hours to complete the update. So once you finish watching the show and doing everything you want to do with your computer today, just go in on your Windows update, click check for updates, and if it's there, start it off and go to bed. Because it might take 3 or 4 hours. Remember, once an update has started, don't start mucking around with your computer, okay? Leave it. Leave it alone. I've come a cropper on that a couple of times. Usually at work, well, I thought, oh, I'll just do this update quickly, and it's not lasting. And then I've, oh, come on. Then I've restarted it. That's it. Dead computer. Happened to me a few weeks ago. And then you have to, like, reinstall from new, so to speak. All right? Sarah, does Jeannie D still come to Central Station? Yes, she does. She was there last Monday, actually. She was there Monday. Good evening to Ian Days. Ian. All right, Ian. Oh, Ray's met Charlie Drake in Panto with Dockyard Doris, who I worked with many, many times. A wonderful character. Sadly, no longer with us. Found him easy to talk to and enjoyed his company. And he told me about his life, as many people do, don't they? Many people do. Right, so that's the Windows 10 update. I cut the hedge today. You know, I planted these Lalandi trees, and I keep them under control. Planted them about 20 years ago, and I was talking to my lovely neighbour, Dave, and they were planted because the fence was leaning over. And Dave says, oh, I don't really want to do the fence. I said, don't worry, I'll plant some trees this side, because it was leaning this way towards me. So I planted these trees, and it keeps the fence up. The only thing is, twice a year I have to cut these damn things now, and I'm up a ladder. They're not very high, about a bit higher than me, probably about 6 foot tall, same height as the fence. Right, and I come with my hedge trimmer, and more often than not, eventually the battery runs out before I've completed the task. Oh, I hate doing it. I suppose, and I'm finding that a bit more difficult now. You know, when they were thirsting, I'd be going up the step ladder 2 steps at a time. Now it's carefully 1 step at a time, just in case the damn thing falls over. Hello to Roy the Boy. They're on YouTube. Good evening. Ian Day always keeps his bush trimmed. Very good. Very good. Matt, do you ever come across any Canadian tourists? No, not really. We used to get them in Belushes in London Bridge. We had a wonderful international customers in there. And they would all change every couple of weeks. We get a completely new lot of customers from all over the world. And certainly there were Canadians there who always got very upset when I used to say, are you from the States? No, we're Canadians. No, Canadians. No, we're Canadian. A little bit like India and Pakistan people are like that. Are you from Pakistan? No, I'm Indian. Oh, okay, sorry. You know, it's a bit like that there, so good luck to them. Good. Clarissa, don't worry about your spelling mistakes, my darling. It's just how it is, my love. All right? So I cut my head, cut the grass. Oh, the new router's arrived. Okay, so you know we've been having connection problems up at the caravan. Internet problems. We keep getting cut off up there. I'll be doing a show just like this, and suddenly it just goes. And then I have to, it's just a blooming nightmare. It's driving me mad. Well, Mike Responto did a little bit of an investigation. I did tell you this yesterday. And we found that a lot of people with this problem, and we're waiting for a Huawei, which is the router I've got there at the moment, a Huawei router update, which 3 have told me should be with me, are you ready for this, in a few weeks' time. Well, that's no good. So for a few weeks, I've got to put up with the damn thing being cut off all the time. Anyway, reading down this little complaints thing that we found on on the internet, there were some people that couldn't be bothered to wait, so they bought another router, a different make of router, which I've done. I ordered one off Amazon. It's here. There we are. It looks a big bastard, doesn't it? Eh? It's not as big as it looks, actually. Let me just get it out of the box. What I like about this packaging, right? You open it, look, it's all cardboard. So that's not tax deductible. Well, it is tax deductible. What's it called? It recycles. So it's all in plastic except for that. And that's the router there. Which I shall be setting up Tuesday morning. So there may or may not be a show Tuesday morning, depending how quickly I can set this up. The other thing is, of course, my niece is now over from Cyprus. So I'm going to be very busy next week, actually, seeing her and seeing my nephew and his family, because I've lost a day now, you see, during the week. I lost a day because I took a job. So I've kind of lost a day there now. But, that's what I wanted to do. So there we are. It's got these really odd aerials, look. So you screw those on the back there. And then they're like, look at that, isn't it odd? Oh, hang on. Screwed them a bit more. It's much larger than my other one. And I was a bit concerned because I don't think that's going to go on the shelf. Presumably, the best signal will be where the other one is at the moment. I'm just assuming that. I might be completely wrong. And I thought, well, that's not going to go on the shelf. But then I looked on the back and there's 2 holes. Look. So you can hang it. And look. So it can go up like that. That'll work, wouldn't it? Oh, hang on a minute. Would that work? Yeah, I think that'll work. So I can just put it on the 2 holes, put a couple of, what are they, screws or something? Yeah. Can you see? Can you see that on that? So it's got that, and you can just point them up like that. And I'm hoping that will work. This is a 4G router, you see. There's no cable coming into the caravan. It all works on 4G. And here, if you can see, maybe a bit on here. Hang on a minute. Come over here. There we are. Is that better? There we are. So here, so you can plug your computers in directly there, which I do with the broadcast one, because that takes that takes one place where it could go 40 out, if you see what I mean. Instead of having that Wi-Fi to here, I'll connect directly to here. But from there, that's the only connection there is. And then it works over the 4G network. So you've got a little thing there, right, where you put your SIM card. Can you see that there? I think you can. Yeah, you can see that little slot there. SIM card. 2 aerials there. You can have an external aerial on there as well, I believe. And that's it. And I'm hoping that, like many of the other people who have been having this problem, by buying a different make of router, I shouldn't have to do this. 3 should be sending out different routers. But nevertheless, they're not, and they're saying, no, you've got to wait for this other thing. Although I gather some people have been sent a Huawei Cube, which, funnily enough, the bloke a couple of caravans down, lovely man, Ken and Elaine, lovely couple, Ken and Elaine, they recently got a 3 unlimited 4G thing, but they were sent a Cube, which is like a little speaker, and it's like the Amazon thing, and you talk to it and it does stuff like play music and all that business. So very good. So fingers crossed that's going to work, and I'll set that up. Okay. Ian Days watched some of the live stream earlier. Couldn't watch it all. That's family over. Oh yeah, I beg your pardon. You're talking to Roy there. I beg your pardon. That's right, Mike. It should take any SIM. It does say unlocked to all channels, and that's it. Is that a Disney ornament? Yes, Clarissa. That's hang on a minute. That's where are we? That one. That one. Yes, that's lots of witches and things like that. Witches. That's very old. That is. Did I buy that? No, I think it was a lad I was going out with, and that's got to be 20 years old now. That maybe it's worth something, isn't it? Should I get it? Do you want to have another look? Wait a minute. Let me get it. Get on with our news stories in a minute, dear. Got nothing to do. Here we are. It's a bit dusty. Shall I blow it? See how much dust comes off this. There we are. It's evil, isn't it? Look, all witches and things. I wonder if that's worth anything now. It's very heavy, and it plays. Listen. Disney witches and things like that. That's what they are. You've got the old pirate bloke here. There, of course, is Maleficent. That's the Dalmatians one, isn't it? And who's this bloke? The Aladdin bloke there. And, of course, the evil witch from Snow White right in the middle there. Let's put that back up there. It's good, isn't it? That might be worth something, that. I don't know. If it is worth... Well, it's probably the only piece of artwork I've got in here that is worth any money. I've no interest in artworks and jewellery and all that business. I don't... unless it plugs in and does something, I'm not really interested, to be on it. Right. How much was the router? 89. That was £89, that TP Link one, Roy. Okay, don't buy one. Let me try it out first and see how it goes. It's got some very good reviews on there. So, and that is the one that other people have bought, and it's worked. It's cured their problem. So please, please, God, I went to church today, so please let my router work tomorrow. And of course, being on Amazon, someone didn't know this. I was telling someone this yesterday. Being as you've ordered it by mail order, you can just send it back if you don't want it. I don't know if a lot of you people don't realise this. If you order something by mail order, it doesn't matter what it is. If for whatever reason you don't want it, maybe you've changed your mind. You know, you've got it. Oh, I don't like the colour. You can send it back, full refund. That's law, that is. You can't do that in a shop. You know, if you go into Marks and Spencer's and you buy a pair of blue knickers and you wear them, oh, God's sake. And, you know, if you buy a pair of blue knickers, you get them home, oh, I don't know, I don't like the colour, and you take them back. They don't have to give you the money back for that. They don't have to. They probably will, or they can give you a credit voucher, or refuse point blank. There's nothing wrong with them. You bought them, you're stuck with them. You have no rights, unless something's gone wrong, to take something back to a physical shop, right? If you've changed your mind. Mail order, completely different. If for whatever reason you don't like it, you just send it back and full refund. And Amazon are really good at that. They're very good. But I would also say to you, don't keep doing it with Amazon, because if you do, they'll block your account. I've heard stories about that. People who keep ordering stuff and sending it back again. Eventually, they get fed up with it and they block your account. And they can do that as well, you see. It's one of those things. Yes, indeed, Mike, it is a 4G compatible one. All right. Good. Hello to Alan Russell. Good morning, Alan. All right. Good. So that's it. So that's the new router, and that's it really. I think that's about it. I found I can download an app from my iPhone, which I haven't got yet. And the reason I didn't buy it is 15 quid. And I thought, that's a lot for an app. Usually an app's free, or maybe 2 or 3 quid. This particular app is 15 quid. But with this app, I can connect the phone to my broadcast software. So, you know, we could be doing a show like this, and as you know, here I've got 3 cameras in here. They're only webcams, nothing expensive. Same as at the caravan. There's nothing professional, really. They are simply an old computer and some webcams. Anything, the little side ones, I've got like slightly lower quality ones. That's a low quality one, and that's a low quality one. They're about 20 quid each. That's all they are, 20 quid each, those ones. Okay, this one is a little bit more expensive. I think about 45. That's the main one that I use. And I've got the same in the caravan. Only 2 cameras in the caravan. But if I download this app to here, can't remember what it's called now, I can then use that as another camera. So, you know, we could be doing a show. Right, let's go outside now, and I could come outside with you and move around. So I might get that. That could be useful in the caravan. Claire, who's not with us today, I think it was Claire, maybe Rachel. Claire or Rachel, one of the two, was asking me to bring my piano keyboard into the studio. Now, in the studio in the caravan, this room is small. That room is tiny. You know, it's half the size of this room, and it's nowhere near as wide either. Okay, so it's a bit difficult I was trying to do it the other day. I thought, where on earth am I going to put this? And anyway, I didn't have much time, so I gave up. But with this, I could maybe move around and say, okay, come with me into the other room. And that could be either moved with me or already set up. And I just flick to that and it would go. So I might do that. That's another little thing to play around with. We do like our gadgets, boys, don't we? Roy the boy likes gadgets, don't you, Roy? Do you like gadgets as well? All right. Okay. Thank you, Roy. It's been trying for me. Yes, we need some more subscribers on the YouTube stream. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on there. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, they might pay me a bit of money. That's the reason for that, okay? Not going to lie to you. That's the reason. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to have a quick tablet break because it's 10 o'clock. 10 and 10 are the time I have my tablets. Otherwise, there is a good chance I'll drop dead while the show's happening. Just imagine the extra viewers you'd get for that. Done. Yes, the reason is after you get to 1,000 viewers, you can start trying. Sometimes YouTube might pay you a bit of money depending on how many hours have been watched by people. So that is the reason for trying to increase my number of subscribers. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Right, let's give out some raffle tickets. Get ready, gang. Now, we're going to have a raffle every week. It will be on Monday mornings. You can win. Number 1, a United Kingdom Talk fridge magnet. Very high quality. Very good magnet. Look. Look at that. Comes in its own little cellophane pouch. And you could use that little plastic bag for other little bits and pieces that you've probably got hiding in your car that the police are always pulling you over for. Also, if you want a photo as well, you can have one of those. And that's it, all right? The stamp is standing by. 2 people have won already. Shania. Congratulations, Shania. And Rachel has won one already. I would say, if you've already won one, don't win another one unless you want to give it to someone else. There's no point in collecting loads of the same things. Give someone else a chance. But of course, if you want to give it to someone else, then please, carry on trying to win. This is how it works when we're doing a live show. For 10 minutes, because I don't want it to take over the entire show, for 10 minutes, at some point in the show, I will say, right, who wants a raffle ticket? That's going to happen very shortly now, okay? Don't ask yet. Wait for me to say now, because I've got to do the chat first. And I will give you a raffle ticket, and I will tell you the number of the raffle ticket, okay? That's if you're with us live. You can do it once on every show. If you've got multiple accounts and I catch you trying to get more than one, I will not only ban you completely from the raffle, I will also take all the raffle tickets out that you may have got already. So please don't do it. Let's be fair on this. I mean, it's not like I'm giving away 10 grand, is it? It's just a fridge magnet. So please be fair to other people. We don't have any millennials or snowflakes watching this programme anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a problem, to be honest. All right. All of us are fairly sensible, so please don't do it. Okay? So that's if you're watching the show live. If you are watching a recording of the show, so that's whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or Vaughan Live or Periscope, doesn't matter how you're watching, you can join in this. Ask for a number. Okay, can I have a ticket? I will take out the ticket, write your name on it, and I will tell you while the show is on what your ticket number is. Write it down. Write it down. Okay? I'll also have your name on the back of the ticket so no one can say, oh, that was my ticket. No, it wasn't, because the name on there is written. Thank you very much. So that's if you're watching live. If you are watching a recording of the show, don't ask for your ticket in any of the message boxes. Please send an email. Here's the email address. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, that email will remain active until the next show and we start again. All right? So at any point between now and the next live show, you can ask for a raffle ticket, and by return email, I will give you the number. You can't have a ticket watching the live show and watching a recorded show for the same show. All right? Let's be a bit common sense here. That's how it's going to work. All right? So there's the email address. So if you're watching a recording of the show, you can email now if you want and ask for a number. And anyone watching now, stand by to start asking. It's 10 past 10. For the next 10 minutes, I'm giving out raffle tickets. Who wants one? Right? David says, can I have a fridge to put it on? No. Buy your own fridge off Amazon or something else, all right? So there we are. Anyone asking for a ticket now, please speak now or forever hold thy tongue. Rachel won't be here tomorrow. Don't worry, Rachel. You've got one, haven't you? Haven't you got one from yesterday? There you are. You were number 8 from yesterday, weren't you? There's Rachel's one there. So don't worry, that's in the bin there. Don't worry. And, you know, probably you'll watch the show later on anyway, so you'll know whether you've won or not. Hello to Roy the Boy. Thank you, Roy. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's just scroll up. Roy the Boy's got one. Roy the Boy. Roy, you've got number 22. Number 22. Okay. Next one up. 1 second. Let's have a look. Roy Brownlow. Thank you, Roy Brownlow. 2 Roys there. Roy Brownlow. You have ticket number 23. Oh, where did that go? Oh, there it is. You have ticket number 23, Roy Brownlow. Okay. Hello to Ben Parker. Evening, Ben. Ben, you have ticket number 24. I should have done it. I should have been a bingo caller. Did I earn lots of money or not? I did bingo a couple of times. That was a good laugh. Not proper bingo, like in a bingo hall or anything like that. Thank you, Tommy Flynn. Don't forget, if you had a ticket yesterday, you can have another one today. You can have a ticket for every show that you watch, okay? Tommy Flynn, you are number 25. Thank you, Tommy. Hello to the delightful LaBelle. I knew you'd have one of my tickets, LaBelle. Just imagine if you had one of those wonderful Union flags on your fridge when your friends and your bits of trade come round, dear. There we are. Your customers. LaBelle, you are number 26. This is to win one of these, boys and girls, okay? You can win one of these for your fridge. All right? Clarissa, what happens if people are doing this update? Well, you've had it then. You won't be able to get one, will you? Adam the plumber's there. Hello, Adam. He's just back from New York. Adam Plummer. I'm sorry that you didn't manage to meet up, you and LaBelle. It's just one of those things, isn't it? There you are, number 27, Adam the Plumber. Thank you, Mike Reese-Ponto. He didn't watch the show live yesterday, so he emailed in, so he's already got one. So for today's show, Mike Reese-Ponto. If you don't mind, I'll shorten it to Mike Ponto. You have for today's show, number 28. Hello, Mike Martins in the house. The lovely Matt Martins. Matt, did you win a mug years ago as well? I can't remember. Oh, no, crisps. I sent you crisps, didn't I, a couple of years ago? Cheese and onion crisps. Matt Martins. There you go, Matt, 29. How's Jacob? He's got a little boy. He must be 2 years old now, Jacob. It is Jacob, isn't it, your little boy's name? He's got to be 2 years old. Matt, did you know I started playing the organ again at church? Did you know that? I love it. Actually, it wasn't me today. It was there's a little old lady that plays. There's a rota. It's quite a large rota now. There's about 5 people on this rota, so I only get to play sort of every 5 weeks now. But the oldest lady was playing today. She's my favourite one, and she's not afraid of the volume button either. I love it. She plays by music. Wonderfully she plays. Absolutely wonderfully. Matt Martins, Adrian Richardson. Okay, thank you, Adrian. You've got number 30, okay? Number 30. Don't forget, the raffle is tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, we'll do the raffle, and also during the show, we start the new raffle. So there'll be some more tickets for tomorrow, but this is the last lot of tickets for tomorrow's raffle, okay? Hello to Alan Russell. Hello, Alan. Alan Russell. There we are. Ticket number 31 for Mr. Alan Russell. Alan Russell, number 31, gang. Thank you very much. Don't forget, gang, do share the show to your various walls and friends and groups and things like that. Hello to lovely Heidi Oliver. Heidi Oliver. There we are. Ticket number 32. If you're watching a show on a television or something like that and you want a raffle ticket, text in. The text number's at the top there. 07551 259 675. 07551 259 675. If you can't communicate in any other way, please use the text number. All right. Ian Days. Hello, Ian. He wants... Oh, you won't... I won't be able to... Actually, I could sign the fridge magnets if I got one of those black pens, couldn't I? You know, the black waterproof pens. But I've got photographs. If you want to... When I announce the winner, if you want a photograph as well, please ask, and I'll send one of those. All right. Ian Days. 1 second. Ian Days, you are ticket number 33. All right, ticket... Oh, I can't see that. But ticket number 33 there for Ian Days. Roy's got 22. Ray Reynolds is there. All right, Ray. Ray Reynolds, a young 34. They are, Ray. Ticket. I hope you win, Ray, then I won't have to spend on a stamp. Ticket number 34 for lovely Ray Reynolds. Okay. Professional ukulele player. Thank you, Ray. Stuart Skinner. Hello, Stuart. Stuart Skinner. We'll do some news stories after this, gang, okay? Number 35 for Stuart. 35 for Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. Adrian's got his. Clarissa. Here we go, Clarissa. Ticket number 36 for Clarissa. Clarissa. And I love your surname. Angeloni. That's a fan. I love that surname. Angeloni. There you are. Ticket number 36 for Clarissa. Shania. Hello, Shania. She wasn't with us live yesterday, so she's already got one email ticket from the show yesterday. And today your ticket, Shania. Today your ticket is number 37. Ticket number 37 for Shania. Robert Lunn. Okay, Robert. Are you gonna ring him? Are you gonna ring that bloke tomorrow? Have you got the cash there, Robert? Have you? It depends what system you want. You see, if you have 2 units installed, he does it cheaper. Okay, if you have 1 unit installed, for example, I don't want to sort of mention prices on the show. You know what I mean? But if you have 1 unit installed, it would be £2. If you have 2 units installed, it's like £3.50. Do you see what I mean? It's a bit like that, really. So I had 2 installed. Okay. So Robert Lunn, you're number 38. Robert Lunn, number 38. Mike Cullen. That's my Mike. Mike Cullen. You're number 39, Mike. There you go. 39 for Mike. Just a couple more minutes before we close this, okay, gang? Are you going to name the raffle ticket generator like the lottery? No, this is the raffle ticket generator. I shall physically pull one out. Because if I push a button, oh, it's all fixed. Oh, it's all fixed. You're giving the presents to all your friends. No, believe it or not, no. In fact, Ray Reynolds, my very good friend Ray Reynolds, will tell you I never ever give anyone preferential treatment for any of the jobs I do. People say, oh, can you put me up the list? No, because it's not fair to everyone else. Oh, but they won't know. No. I never ever have favourites when it comes to anything to do with work. And this isn't work. This is just a bit of fun, really, isn't it? That we have most days. But there we are. Rachel Wheatland was playing bingo on the coach trip today, would ya? Oh, how fabulous. 5 and 8, 58. I love it. LaBelle doesn't get dates. Me neither, LaBelle. Me neither. LaBelle, am I right in saying it was a bit like that with me, dear? You know, they just want to come round for an hour. Do you know what I'm saying, girl? I mean, what can you do? Beggars can't be choosers, darling. And I'm a beggar. I'm begging. Alan's writing them down in case I lose the paper, like the karaoke slips, mate. Ian, haven't you had one already, Ian? Are you asking for a second one, Ian? I hope not, dear, because that's an offence, that is. Ian, you've already got one, mate. 33. I'll let you off this time. Don't do it again. Never ask for a second one. Otherwise, you are ejaculated. You are ejaculated from my competition, okay? Adrian, can my pussy get a ticket? No, she can't. How will a cat appreciate a fridge magnet? No, of course not. Thank you. Roy's going to put it in his Hall of Fame. I hope so, Roy. Chris Reardon live feed has gone down, has it? Has it really? You sure about that? Let's have a look. I'll be able to check that. No, we're still on there. That's still working. That looks like it's still working to me, mate. I think you've got something wrong there, Tommy. Okay. Ian's going to put the photo under his pillow if he wins. Hello, Coco Bungee. I'm glad you've asked for one. Coco Bungee. Coco Bungee. Thank you. You're number 40, Mr. Coco Bungee. Number 40. All right. Clarissa took a fella's Italian surname. That's a lovely surname, that is. Really, really nice. Thank you, LaBelle. I'll come to your message in when I finish the show there, if you want. Okay. Merlin, Chris, thank you, Merlin. I am an honest person. I don't do favourites. I really don't do favourites. Thank you, Merlin. What's your bank account, sort code, and all that? And Michael Lawrence wants a ticket there. And I think we're close lines now. Right, no more asking for tickets. You've had your 10 minutes, dear. And where are we now? Michael Lawrence, wasn't it? Michael Lawrence. You get ticket number 41, Michael. Okay. So I'm closing tickets at 10:21. If you've got your message in before then, I'll give you a ticket if you haven't got one already. Hello to Weird City Citizen. Good evening to you. Robert's going to call the company this week. Yeah, please mention it. Tell him it's Chris Reardon on the Chapel Hill Marina who put you in contact. I'd love to see how you get on. I've been very, very happy with his work. I've got a little remote sensor as well, which the only thing is I couldn't set it up. I had to get the bloke to set it up. Now, it works via Wi-Fi with the router. So if I change the router, I'm going to have to set the damn thing up all on my own. But I might have to ring him and get some help with that. But they were very good. Chris, I missed yesterday's number. You won't get one for yesterday's show, I'm afraid, Michael. You've got to be there at the time. Or send an email to that address at the bottom there before the next show starts. So you won't get one for yesterday as well, Michael. Okay, right. That's it. Lines are closed. Boo! You may not now ask for another ticket if you're watching the live show. If you're watching a recording of the show, then send your emails in, Chris at United Kingdom Tour. So there we are. We got 40 tickets in there for tomorrow. And I'll do it like that. You'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. Okay? We're not having any cheating going on or anything like that. What time are you on in the morning? I'll be between 9 and 10. Somewhere, well, I say 9 and 10. Around about 8:45 to 9:45. Somewhere in that time period. All right, my darlings, and it'd be lovely to be able to do our raffle, our very, very first raffle at that time. And whoever wins, the prize will be straight off to you tomorrow morning, okay? I'll be very quick with that. All right, we got some stories here. What about this one? Now, here we go, chat. One for the boys. One for the boys in the Daily Mirror. In today's Daily Mirror. Oh, Merlin's quite... I do need some... opening and closing music for the prize draw. Let's see what we've got. I've got all sorts of wonderful little snippets of music here. Let's see what I can find for the opening and closing music of the draw. We only want something fairly quick. What's this?
From the Mirrorball studio.
That's the one. That's the one. I like that one. And we need a drum roll, don't we? We need a drum roll for when we announce the winner. Right, hang on a minute. Drum roll. Got one of those somewhere. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. Are we still there? Yep. Got too many keyboards in here. Oh, there's one there. So we'll have number 2. While we're doing, so we'll do that. That's while the raffle is. And then the winner is... yeah! And we need another bit of music afterwards. Oh, what? Oh, no, hang on a minute. What about this? What about this? What about this? Right, hang on. I've got a build-up. A build-up. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, aren't we? Isn't it funny? Such a simple thing, a raffle, and so much fun. And we want, we've got the drum roll, and then we want a bit of music. after that, don't we? Let me just scroll down here. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a 5-second thing here. What's this? No. Oh no, I don't like the ending. Number 8, let's try that. No, too wishy-washy. Oh, there must be something here. 10, what's that? Number 11, try that. No. 14. Oh, I'm not finding the right one, dears. What about number 4? Try that. Oh, no, it finishes on a minor, doesn't it? It's got to finish on a major. 1 minute. No. What about number 3? Well, that's a bit long, that one. What about this? Oh. It doesn't finish, does it? Is that one all right? What do you reckon? Number 3? 3, 4. Let's try another couple. Let's try 7. 1 minute, 7. No. 8. No. 9. No. What's this one? No. Oh, I can't find anything. I want something nice to finish with. Oh, I don't know. Bed. Ooh, what's that? Read in bed 3. Oh, that's not bad, is it? Oh, a 4. Let's try 4. That's the one. Number 4. Okay? So, let's put these all together and see what they sound like. We've got the build up. And we've got the bit of music coming up while I'm picking the thing. I might drop that bit in the middle. I think we might go straight to that. And then the winner music. Yeah! That'll do us. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the offer, Mike. That's great. That's it. That's the one. That's what we'll do tomorrow. YMCA Roy Brownlow says, no, dear. Yeah, Weird City says number 4 as well. We're going with number 4 there to finish about that. Trumpets and drums. The National Lottery sound effects. I've got National Lottery. Family Fortunes theme. I'm not keen on that. I tell you 2 theme musics I like. Bob's Full House. Do you remember Bob's Full House? And also Every Second Counts. You can find them both on YouTube. And I actually got the number of the person who wrote those pieces of music. Very upbeat and happy and moving along. And he spoke to me on the phone. It was ever so nice on the phone. What was his name? Oh gosh, it wasn't David Arnold. John Mealing. Paul Mealing? Something Mealing it was. Anyway, I managed to get hold of his friend. I'm a friend of John Springgate's. He was in the Glitter Band. And he got me his number and I rang him. And he said, Chris, he said, if I still had them, I'd happily let you use them. He said, but he moved and he lost a load of tapes. And those were 2 of the songs pieces of music on his tape. So the only other avenue to go would be the BBC, and they won't give you nothing, mate. You know, waste of time even asking. So I couldn't use them. But yeah, those 2 great theme songs. Write those down and have a little listen later. Okay, on the YouTube. That's Bob's Full House and Every Second Counts. All right. Call My Bluff is a good one. Weird City, Rent a Ghost and Dallas. The Dallas was great. Dallas was great. I'm not going to sing a song, Thomas. Not tonight, mate. No songs tonight, Thomas. Okay. Right, back to the Daily Mirror, gang. Daily Mirror is one for the lads. Planning your next holiday, it says here. Well, fellas, we have just the thing for you. If you want something a little different from your usual swimming trunks. 4 words. Transparent, waterproof beach shorts. Correct. Transparent, waterproof beach shorts. These are completely... It's like putting a clear plastic bag around your arse. These are really something that exist, and they can be yours for just £22.42, which is approximately $26.99. The clear plastic clothing trend has been seen in women's wear for a while. I'm sorry, ladies, it's not doing it for me. You walking around with all your bits and pieces out is just not doing it for me. I'm sorry. Sorry, girls. But now, it seems the bizarre craze has entered the world of menswear as well. Shall I wear some of these at the karaoke? Made by Maverick Swimwear, the shorts are... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. No tissue. Oh, excuse me, boys and girls. I'm sorry about that. Made by Maverick Swimwear, the shorts are most see-through, but with neon lime green lining and a lime green drawstring. Oh yes, the company's website says the next generation of transparent beach shorts is here. Berlin waterproof transparent shorts, lime. Leave it totally up to you if you want to wear a pair of colourful statement Speedos underneath or just go bare. Now, the thing is with this sort of stuff, you never get the fit lads wearing this sort of stuff. It's always fat, balding, middle-aged, old blokes that wear this stuff, like myself. Although I promise you, I'm not going to buy a pair. I think it's inappropriate to be on the beach in a pair of transparent shorts. You never get the fit boys wearing it. You know, people like Justin Bieber or the footballer. You know, what's his name? The Portuguese. Oh, what's the Portuguese footballer? I can't remember his name now. The one I've been ogling over. You never get people like that wearing them. It'll always be someone like Rod Stewart. Not correct. These polyester shorts come with a neon lining that makes you pop out of the crowds. They add that the shorts are an exclusive limited edition, so it sounds like you'll have to be quick if you want to get your hands on a pair. Of course, what you could do is try and win a couple of my fridge magnets, couldn't you? You could... You could buy a pair of the shorts and somehow attach one of these to the front or one of these to the back to cover your bits. Of course, if it was me wearing them, I'd need at least 4 or 6 on each side. I'm just blessed by the Lord above by needing 4 fridge magnets to cover mine rather than the one that would probably cover yours, boys and girls. Twitter users have branded them tacky and said they have very much hoped that the trend does not catch on. And he's absolutely right. I mean, why would you wear something like that on the beach? Eh? Clear shorts. Dear me. Awful. Awful. Robert says it's very popular at the Jubilee swimming pool. Do they wear them there? Clear see-through shorts. I do hope not. Roy says I'd need the fridge to cover mine. Yeah, if you say so, Roy. Rob, are you too late for the raffle? I'm afraid so, Rob. Yes, but if you email in, Rob, you can email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Ask for a raffle ticket. I'll give you a number. But we only do it for 10 minutes on the live show. Otherwise, it kind of takes over, all right? But send that in nice. Do it now, and then I can sort that out before the end of the after the end of the show, all right? Thomas Oliver, are you doing karaoke this week? Yes. Both in London. There's the London one. 2 in London, Central Station on Monday at 7:30. Okay, Thursday night in Cleethorpes. North East Coast, Silhouette Bar in Cleethorpes, Thursday night at 9 o'clock, and back at Central Station on Friday night from 8:30. Okay, that's all my karaoke's this week. Rachel says, prove it. No, Rachel, this is not that sort of programme. Oh, Rachel, honestly, you're desperate, aren't you, dear? Desperate? Are you desperate housewife? I'm a desperate housewife. Excuse me. Tommy, there must be something wrong with your computer, Tommy. We're not having a problem here. Everyone else is watching fine. It's at your end, I'm afraid. New computer, dear. You know, are you still running Windows Millennium Edition or something like that, dear? Come along, get yourself. Go on, splash out on a new computer. Go on, Tommy. All right. Mike Cullen says a drawing pin would suffice for me. Oh, you poor old thing, dear. LaBelle thinks that should be my costume for the boudoir photos. Let's just go. John Mealing. Thank you, Mike. That was right. John Mealing. And I spoke to him on the phone. Ever such a nice bloke to talk to. Very, very talented, of course. Very, very, very talented. All right. Thomas, did you enjoy me singing the first week at karaoke? I know you are now, Thomas. You were the very first singer, weren't you? You were with the other bloke who was quite a bit older than you. Yes, I thought you were a fantastic singer. I haven't seen you since. Where have you been? I know exactly who you are, Thomas. Hello, welcome to the show. This is a little bit of madness that I do once every day, near enough to do this. Usually in the morning. Sometimes we throw in a nighttime show. By the way, if you're new to the show, welcome along, boys and girls. Okay, best thing to do is always have your notifications switched on, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Get your subscribe button hit there and have your little bell switched on, because you never know when a show's going to come on. Usually it's in the morning, sometime between 8:30 and 9:30, but I do throw in sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes night, sometimes late night. So you never know, okay? Have that notification switched on so you get your little bell go off and stuff like that. All right? Ian says Jimmy Savile had a pair of Speedos that had fallen off. Oh, God. I feel sick. Heidi, it's probably only stopping for you. It's all right for everyone else. Only two complainers tonight, Tommy and Heidi. They're having problems with the internet tonight, I think, down there. All right? Now, there are some certain disgusting people in the world, aren't they? You probably know a few yourself. I mean, Roy Brownlow, for example, just eating a whole tub of barbecue Pringles. They are one of the worst things for calories, barbecue Pringles. But that's not as disgusting as these two people. Both in the Daily Mirror. One of them's a story that's a couple of days old now, which you may already or have heard, gang. First of all, what about this? Plane passenger commits the ultimate sin mid-flight, leaving passengers disgusted. And it really is horrible. I can see the picture. Let me read you the story. People say it's always good to put your best foot forward, but no passengers are happy to see your feet on board a long-haul flight. It's disgusting. Flying etiquette always stirs up a heated debate online, and now a picture of a passenger putting his bare feet up on the headrest of the chair in front of him has gone viral. Now, you may remember, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we did another story of some woman who had sat down on a chair on a plane, and she had long hair and literally draped the hair over the back of her headrest, over the person's television, little television backseat television thing, you know, that they've got there. And, you know, if they've got dinner or something like that, it's hanging down in the dinner. I mean, if I had super glue, I would have stuck her bloody hair to the back of the seats. Disgusting. Disgusting people who have no thoughts for anyone else on the plane. Well, this bloke here is taking his socks off. He's put his feet up on the chair in front of him. It said, shared on Instagram under the account, passenger shaming. The picture shows the passenger putting his bare feet on the side of the entertainment screen in front of him. From the angle of the way he placed his feet, it appears that he was enjoying 2 seats to himself in the economy class of the plane. The post has gathered over 7,000 likes and over 400 comments since it was published 2 days ago. One angry user said, "People have no shame. Gross." Another one joked, "That's it. The next time I fly on a plane, I'm wearing a hazmat suit." I don't know what a hazmat suit is. I've no idea what that is. One suggested the airline company should give out free socks to passengers and offer a $5 upgrade to avoid sitting with people with smelly feet. My sister has that problem. It's not her fault. Some people just have naturally bad smelling feet. Not necessarily dirty. That's just how it is. Teenage boys particularly. I don't remember my feet being smelly actually, but certainly my 2 nephews' feet are pretty bad. If you go into my nephew's room, it stinks and all you can smell is feet. He's actually very aware of it, my younger nephew. I don't know about the older one. I think it's a young boy's problem mainly, isn't it? And he actually won't take his trainers off, because when people come into my caravan or in my house, I do ask them to take their shoes off before they walk on my nice clean carpet, dear. Well, I don't hoover the carpet for you to walk over it in muddy shoes, thank you very much. But he won't take his shoes off because he's embarrassed how his feet smell. My sister don't care. She was around my caravan last week, stunk the whole place out. Dirty cow. I got spray. I got fly spray. And I'm just about to fly because fly spray. It's not particularly nice smell, but it smells better than her bloody feet. I'll tell you that now. Awful. And I was just about to spray. She said, "No, don't do that. She'd get the lemon spray." So I've got this lemon spray. I think that I got from not a chemist, a hairdresser somewhere. So I sprayed them with this lemon spray. Just a little tip for you boys and girls: never ever use aftershave as deodorant. There was one occurrence about a year ago I was at karaoke and it was me, because I'd done a long journey, and after that you do smell a bit, don't you? I thought, I'll go out to the car. Went out to the car, no deodorant, but I found aftershave, the lemon one. I can't remember. Occitan, I think it's called Occitan. Be an expensive one. I wouldn't buy it myself. People buy you these things for Christmas and that, don't they? And I thought I'd use that. So I sprayed it under my arm and I went back to work, and very quickly the underneath of my arms started really stinging like a burning sensation. Not made for under the arms, dear. And I literally had to go behind the bar and into the toilet. And I don't know what I used now. I think I had to use toilet paper. There was nothing else to damp, make wet and try and wipe this stuff off again. Never ever used aftershave as deodorant. Very dangerous. It says in the story, it came just weeks after a video of a man swiping an airplane screen with a bare foot went viral. The clip has sent off a torrent of disgusted responses, as some suggested to bar people with such behaviour on a no-fly list. It really is disgusting. I mean, why would you do that? Put your bare feet up on the blooming chair in front of you on a plane. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Michael says it's very rude. It is rude. Clarissa suggested free odour eaters for the people. Merlin says, shameful you don't get that issue in business class. No, you don't, Merlin, but I'm always surprised at what sort of tramps turn up for their business class seat dressed like a tramp. There are. I've had people sit there, a couple of seats in front of me with moth-eaten jumpers. No effort whatsoever to look decent to go in a business class seat, dear. Awful. Awful. They doesn't say what the airplace staff did about that. Merlin says I'd cut that woman's hair off. Isn't it disgusting? It really is disgusting. Tea tree oil in shoes is useful apparently. LaBelle, no smelly feet aren't just boys. So men make you think a monster moved in. No, it's not restricted to just the boys. My sister's got really bad feet. It's not her fault. It's just how it is, Merlin, smelly feet happen because people don't air out their shoes and bacteria build up. That's what the bacteria are eating your feet, dear. They are eating your feet. Wash them off immediately. Weird City, never use aftershave as a deodorant, but fly spray on Sharon's feet is okay. Shell seats in business class, says Mike Cullen. I've seen it, Mike. I've seen it. I always say to people, if you're going on a long flight, if you can possibly do it, save up for that business class seat and get a cheaper hotel. You'll appreciate that. No one needs to go on holiday and stay at a 5-star or a 4-star, maybe even a 3-star hotel. Go in a 2-star hotel and spend the money on the flight. It's so important that you're comfortable. I'm so uncomfortable on a plane, even in that seat, to be honest. I don't like flying. I hate it. Merlin, on my flight to Italy with BA last week, a man managed to get a vile-smelling McDonald's takeout onto the flight. How the hell did he do that? And sat next to me in business class when it was only me and them on the flight. It was gross. Oh, you want to go on tube trains, Merlin? Dirty bastards on there with kebabs, with onions and everything. Now, I like onions, but on a tube train, and a bit of tomato sauce or something slops out the fryer side onto the chair that the next bloke has got to sit on. I mean, there's a good excuse for actually taking plastic bags and sealing yourself in one before you sit on a tube train in London. Ghastly. Well, if you didn't think that story was bad enough, there's another story that was doing the rounds at the end of last week that I kept bringing up and I never got around to it. I'm going to do it now. This is even worse. This is absolutely gross. Daily Mirror again. A couple of years ago, a disturbing, urban legend started to circulate concerning the kettles you find in hotel rooms. Specifically, that people use them to wash dirty items of clothing. Now, being a proper English boy, I take my own kettle when I'm going on holiday. I'm not joking. Wherever I go, I take my own kettle. Not necessarily because I was worried about people using kettles and things to do their washing. In a lot of places, certainly in the States, all over the States, you'll get a coffee machine, but you won't get a kettle. And you can't make a proper cup of tea unless the water is boiling. Hot water and a tea bag, incorrect. It creates this vile flavour unless the water is boiling. And I have a little travel kettle that I take wherever I go. I think the only place I don't take it is Australia, because they've all got kettles as well. But after reading this story, well, let me read it to you. A medical professional even weighed in on the story a couple of years ago, issuing a caution about the cleanliness of kettles and the bacteria which dirty underwear introduces. But not everyone got the memo. One woman has broadcast her use of a hotel room kettle after her period caught her by surprise. Here's what she put on social media. Staying in a hotel. That time of month comes out of the blue. Forgot to pack knickers, so came up with a good way to quickly wash them. The hotel kettle. Quick, fast and hygienic. And she's put a picture of her with her dirty stained knickers in a hotel kettle. As you'd expect, people were absolutely horrified, not only at the act itself, but also at the fact that she decided to proudly share it. I mean, why would you tell someone that you did that? It's a little bit like being caught short somewhere, you know, and perhaps you've had to go to the toilet in the most strange of places. It's happened to me a couple of times, but I don't post it on like Facebook or anything like that, do I? It's one of those things. You keep quiet about it. No, these people proudly share these things. You've seen there was an awful Twitter video. One of the radio blokes, Ian Collins, came across this YouTube video and said it's so disgusting how some people will do anything to get viewers. And this girl, young girl in the States, I think it was, she got her little dog and put him in the tumble dryer and turned it on. and you heard it going round. Okay, it was only in there for 10 seconds, but that's enough to terrify it. You could have broken legs and all sorts of things. Why would someone do that? Just awful, horrible, ghastly people. And she is laughing uncontrollably while this dog's going around. About, as I say, it was about 5 to 10 seconds, no longer than that. And then it came out, and it was all right, fortunately. Must have been terrified. But people do anything for a decent YouTube video. Sorry, incorrect. People do anything to get their numbers up on YouTube. Of course, I suppose by watching it, I'm one of those people, aren't I? Why YouTube allow that sort of thing, I do not know. I really don't know. One woman made a very valid point, writing, apart from the fact that this is thoroughly revolting, surely everyone knows you use cold water to rinse out the blood. It's just awful. Other questions were raised, such as if you've gotten to pack knickers, surely buying a new pair would be a lot easier. I mean, how on earth could you do your washing in a kettle like that and video it and put it online? Disgusting, disgusting people. Really are. So I think even to Australia, I shall now be taking my little travel kettle to Australia that I take. I always take a travel kettle and some tea bags, and I always take some powdered milk as well, because sometimes you can't get hold of milk. You know, you might get to the hotel a bit late and there's nowhere open or something like that. Let's have a look there. Hello to Katie Ann Patterson. Good evening, Katie. Welcome to the show, my darling. Hello, love. All right. Roy the boy's going to take a travel kettle to Mexico. Yeah, please do, Roy. Wherever I go, it doesn't take up a lot of space in there, and make sure you got your adapters as well. The only thing is, in the States, of course, most of these travel kettles, I think, are about 220 volts. In the States, it's 110 volts, so it can take 20, 25 minutes to boil a kettle of water. So get up a bit earlier, all right? I couldn't go anywhere without a cup of tea. Really, I'm actually ready for one now, to be honest. Merlin never uses hotel kettles, mugs or glassware in hotel rooms. Much like that, when I check out, I clean my hotel room. I absolutely. It's funny, you know, Merlin, I just want to say to you, I was talking right at the beginning, I don't know if you was at the beginning with us at the beginning of the show there, but I was saying how you connect with certain people. And you do feel you are completely connected. But I don't mean like as lovers or sexually or anything like that. Mentally, you just connect with certain people. You're one of the people I feel I connect with completely and totally. You know, you could say anything to me and I wouldn't bother me. And I think it's the same way. Isn't it funny how that? It's funny that, isn't it? How you just connect perfectly with certain people. Michael says the power of the internet. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There you go, Merlin. You've got an offer there. Stay at Roy's. Roy will look after. He'll have you on his show as well. I think it's about time you've done some shows as well, Roy. Is it? There was a hotel company. One incident that made me feel sick. New Year's Eve, a man had got that drunk he peed in his room hotel kettle. I don't think we should use hotel kettles anymore after all these stories. It's not the only one, is it? Mike saw the thing on Ian's Twitter. Horrible, horrible. That's evil. Just to get attention. Pathetic. Yeah, I very much like Ian Collins' shows, Mike. Really like his shows a lot. He's all over the place at the moment, isn't he? He's done. I think, is he at BBC Kent? I think he's at BBC Kent, isn't he? And he fills in on talkRADIO as well sometimes now and again, I heard. Someone else I like on talkRADIO very much. I've only just discovered him, Mike, in the morning. Can't remember his name. Mike, oh, he's another Mike. Mike Graham. Mike Graham. Do you listen to him in the morning? He's great. Very, very much like Mike Graham on talkRADIO. He's after the excellent Julia Hartley-Brewer, who I like as well on there very much. Weird City. At least you now know why Sharon's tea tastes of feet. She's washing her socks in the tea. In the kettle, is she? Oh, Mike, I'm not going to read that. Makes me feel ill. Merlin packs his own sheets as well. Do you really? I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, Merlin. I took my mattress topper to Haven Holiday once, but the beds are actually quite soft at Haven Holiday. I like a soft bed. Do you like a soft bed? Mike Graham, thank you. Yeah, it's Mike Graham. Is that what I said? Can't remember now, but Mike Graham, yeah, he's on Talk Radio every morning. He's excellent. He's really, really very good, he is. All right, okay. Julia Hartley-Brewer, she's hot. I like her very much in the morning. I really do. She does the breakfast show. Actually, when I'm down at the caravan, or up at the caravan, that's who I wake up to, Julia Hartley-Brewer. Alarm goes off, usually around about 7:45. Alan, I remember walking the beat years ago with a WPC dog handler. She forgot to wear her knickers. I said to my colleague, let your dog sniff your crotch and let the dog go and get them. The dog returned with the knickers and broom handle and two of the desk sergeant's fingers. Stop that, Alan. Stop that now. Stop that immediately, please, if you don't mind. Sarah, you wouldn't have got a raffle ticket. You need to email for a raffle ticket, Sarah. Send your email into that address. Also, anyone watching the recording of the show wants a raffle ticket for tomorrow morning's raffle, which will be sometime between 8:30 and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then the raffle will happen tomorrow. You'll need a raffle ticket, though. Send an email there and I'll sort you out a raffle ticket when I finish the show. All right? We'll do one more story and then we're to do Sunday's birthdays, boys and girls. And then I must go and have a cup of tea. I'm very dry now. It's all very well having a little bit of water, but you get to that point where you really want a cup of tea, don't you? I could love a couple of biscuits. I haven't got any biscuits in the house. I can't have biscuits in the house. I'll buy a packet of biscuits to have 2 later on. Whole packet gone in an hour, half hour, 10 minutes. Are you the same? Hello to Dino Klein. Hello, Dino. Dino, without mentioning names, please don't mention the name in case there's any embarrassment at all. I saw you make an offer to someone yesterday. I'm very, very surprised it's happened to that person. That's all I want to say. Not good on you, mate. Really appreciate. I'm sure he really appreciates that. I'm not in contact with him at the moment. For no reason. There's no reason for that. I just haven't spoken to him for a while. But I saw you make an offer to someone last night. I can't understand how that's happened at all. But good on you there, Dino. Good on you, mate. All right. All right. Merlin. All right. Yeah, so you know what I saw, don't you? Okay. LaBelle, the dog got the undies. Good dog. What about those dogs on those programmes? Those excellent programmes. I love it. Border Force. Do you get that in America, LaBelle? Border Force or Border Security. When these people, these idiots, come through airports, hiding drugs, or if you're in Australia, they're very hot on taking food in. They don't like you to take... I don't know if it's all foods or certain types of food, but certainly they're very hot on food and they've got these dogs walking around. And dogs walk around looking for perhaps drugs. I don't know, like marriage, because it stinks, that stuff, doesn't it? You know, that smoke stuff, marijuana and cocaine and things like, and pills and things like that. And these dogs, and they're sniffing around, and and then they sit down. Can you just imagine that? Can you imagine that? Being at an airport. Actually, it happened to me. Happened to me in Australia, funnily enough. Yeah, I was just standing there in the queue, and this dog came over, and it didn't sit down. It's sniffing around my bag, and a bloke come over and said, "Excuse me, sir, have you got any fruit in your bag?" I said, "No, I haven't. There's nothing in there. You can have a look if you want." He said, "Did you earlier?" I said, "Yeah, that's right. They collected it on the plane." He said, "Oh, okay, that's all right, sir. Not to worry then. That's what the dogs picked up." And he walked off. Didn't even check my bag. Perhaps I had an honest Chris. Would you buy a car from Honest Chris? That's your question. That's your question. Weed, that's it. Oh, that stuff stinks. It stinks. And these people, sometimes they're walking along the street here in Bracknell, and you can smell it a mile off. It's horrible. And people that constantly smoke that puff stuff. Oh, and it's like a sweet, nasty, sickly smell in it. Have they got money dogs? Well, how does that work? Surely you must have a lot of money for the dog to pick. I mean, how much money would you have to have? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I actually don't take a lot of money on holiday. I'm quite good at seeking out, cheaper food places. Like when me and my mate were in Rome in Italy, we ate where the Italians ate. It was dirt cheap actually. None of these posh bleeding what do you call it, touristy type places. We don't do any of those, dear. Thank you. We've got money dogs here in the UK. So are they looking for large amounts of money, I suppose? So can these dogs, supposedly, dogs, so can they tell whether you've got, like, I mean, if you were going to the States for 2 weeks, you could have a couple of £1,000 on you, couldn't you? Mind you, you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't really have cash anymore. We're all on cards. My bank cards, one of the bank cards I watch, I made sure I got one that doesn't charge you a transaction fee every time. I've got one of those. Some of the banks do that. Otherwise, you don't want the one with a transaction fee. Then every time you go and buy something, it costs you £1.50. I mean, on the other hand, how many times would you spend £1.50 in that 2 weeks? Probably not that often when you think about it. Oh, Dino says it's the ink that they smell. So they can tell the difference between maybe £2,000 and £10,000, I suppose, would they? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, LaBelle gets the border shows. Yeah, they're great, they are. I love it. They come through. Right, you've ticked, and they first of all, they get the bag. Would you like to come over here, please, madam or sir? You know, they put the bags down, don't they? Okay, we've got this form here, and they produce this little, that little document where you tick. You don't have to do it everywhere. Certainly in America and Australia, I know you did it there. What about Israel? I can't remember Israel or not. Anyway, you tick this thing. No, I haven't got any food. Haven't got any of this. Haven't got any guns. Haven't got any drugs. Okay, so you've ticked here that you haven't got any food. Is that correct? And then they're like, yes, I haven't got any food. No food at all. Right, okay. I'm going to ask you again. This form, do you understand what you've ticked here? And they're like, yes. So you've got no food in the bag at all, no? Okay. Could you open the bag, please? Right? So they open the bag. And the really thick ones haven't even tried to hide it. And on the top of the bag there, you might have some packets of, I don't know, fish or chicken or marinated pigs or something like that. Right, okay, so, and then they pull them out and there's me standing there. So what is this then? Well, it's just some stuff I've bought in for my relatives in Australia. But you've ticked the thing that says no food. And they're like, do you class that as food then? Just stupid people. And the people that bring in the drugs. And you see the drugs coming in. And all sorts of weird and wonderful ways they think they're going to get these drugs into the country. They think they're the first person ever to sow drinks. Sow drugs into the lining of a bag. They think no one ever's done that before. And then they think if they put tin foil around it, it can't be detected. Well, the very fact that a bag has gone through some sort of and they all go through X-ray machines. They must do, don't they? I'm assuming they do. I assume that every single bag goes through some sort of automatic X-ray machine. Even if there's someone not looking at it, my guess is there's all sorts of computers and detectors and lasers looking at these bags, and they will see a large piece of aluminium foil in there. Or a package covered in aluminium. I mean, the very fact that they've seen a large package of aluminium foil, even if they can't see in that, would immediately think to yourself, I wonder what's in there. But no, they're too thick to realise that. They think they're the first person ever to put in, I don't know, 2 kilograms of white powdered cocaine stuff in a little box, seal it up, put aluminium foil around it, stick it in the corner of the bag. Oh, no one's going to notice that. Hello, I've got news for you. Yes, they are, because they're on the telly every bloody week. Stupid people. Stupid. And they all get caught. And I love it. And then along goes, okay, then they read them their rights. If you say anything, it may be used in evidence. And then they start crying. And then the tears come down. Well, you shouldn't have done it then, should you, idiot? And the excuse is that they made up. Oh, well, my aunt gave it to me. I trust my aunt, so she wouldn't have given me anything like that. I can't understand how this has happened. Liar! See, the trouble is, it has to be said, perhaps, that there are many, many people out there who are very, very, very poor. Perhaps unlike you, or unlike me, if they decided to go somewhere, they simply couldn't afford to do it. And someone's come up to them in whatever country they are and said, oh, hello, I've heard that you want to go to Thailand for a holiday, but you can't afford to. If you take a package with me, I will buy your plane ticket. Wow. But you mustn't look in the package. And they take that offer. I've heard that excuse, and actually it's probably not an excuse. That's exactly what has happened. And they've taken the person. They must know they're doing wrong, though. They must do. But they've taken, the risk. They've taken the package, whether it's concealed or otherwise. They've got the plane ticket in the hope of perhaps seeing a relative over there that they haven't seen for years and years and that they wouldn't be able to see because they don't have the money. And that's what's happened there. I've heard that story many, many times on those programs, that Border Force program. But it is one of the programs I quite like to watch. There's lots of different countries do that, isn't there? The old Border Force programs. We've got one. I think they do one in London. I've seen the Australian ones. I think I've seen Chicago as well, which is quite good. Clarissa, drug mules. Yeah, drug mules. That's what they are, aren't they? Alan says, did you know you can walk into a supermarket, grab a newspaper and walk out without the alarm going off? Try it in the morning, you will see. No, thank you. I don't steal from shops, Alan. I leave that to people like you thieving bastard. How many of my pens have you got now at the karaoke? Took me ages to nick those from the bank. Thank you. Merlin shoplifters often use the foil-lined insulated shopping bags. It stops the alarms in shops going off, does it? I can tell you it doesn't look silly when some bloke wanders into M&M World with a freezer bag. Do they do that in M&M's? Really? I mean, how much money are they saving from nicking a few bowls of M&M's? Blimey. Katie says you're only allowed to bring in a $10,000 cash in Australia. I don't think I'll be bringing $10,000 cash into Australia, Katie. Once I've got that plane ticket, my dear, and the hotel room, I'll be lucky to spend another £100 there. LaBelle says the dog can smell the difference in counterfeit and real money, not the amount. Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Merlin, you're not allowed to travel across the border with an excessive amount of cash. Most people now use travel cards, and you can get those cards where you can load the money on, can't you, as well? I think my sister's got one of those. Or my niece. I think my niece has got one of those. Yeah. So her husband, Ben, he's a lovely bloke, he is. Ben, I think he's given her one of those cards while she's out over it. It's got a limit on it. Terrible, isn't it? Right, here's one more story then, boys and girls. One more story for you on the in the... Oh, what are we going to go to? The sun. Shall I do that one or that one? Let's do that one. Peekaboo. Seagulls. We've heard a few stories recently about seagulls nicking people's food. I kid you not. Well, in the sun this morning, how to avoid your food getting stolen by a seagull. Horrible thing. Aren't they big? Blimey. You want to see the ones in Whitley Bay in Yorkshire? Bloody things. They landed on my nephew's wife's shoulder. She went mad. She went mad. Poor old Stacey. Staring at pesky seagulls stops them nicking your food, research has suggested. Scientists put a bag of crisps on the ground to see how long it was before the birds swooped. The herring gulls took 21 seconds longer to pounce when people were watching than when they weren't. Some snatched crisps in seconds if they chips. Some snatched chips in seconds if they thought they weren't spotted. Someone at Exeter University says gulls are often seen as aggressive and willing to take food from humans, but keeping an eye on them, people could save their lunch while reducing negative encounters. And let's be honest, I'm a bit funny when you become aware someone keeps staring at you. I don't like that. Do you? I know I stand on the stage and I'm doing this, but you know, you do become aware. I know when people are staring at me. There's a couple of people in particular that I see out the corner of my eye. Don't think I can't see when people are looking all the time. It's a bit unnerving sometimes. A bit like a bit stalkerish, if you see what I mean. You know, staring. Well, the gulls don't like it either. So if you want to save your chips, and there are seagulls around, you keep those chips in your little paws, and you eat them while you're looking at the seagulls. Are you allowed? Who's a noisy eater? I'm a noisy eater. My great nephew George, he hates it. He hates noisy eating. I shall be seeing him next week. I can't wait to see those two, and of course the other two that are here already. The other three that are here. Three. It's three. We've got 6 now. I've got 6 great nieces and nephews. My nephew has 3 children. There's Evie, she's 7. Harry, who's 6. And there's Olivia, she's 3. I think I've got the ages. I might have the ages slightly wrong. And then on my niece's side, there is George, who's 7. There's Emily, who's 6. And there's James, who's, I think he's coming up to 2 now, or he might be 2 already. No longer Baby James. Baby James is now known as James. And it's sad when they lose the term baby. Of course, I've always got this baby face, as you know. Baby face. As I said earlier on in the show, you would buy a car from me, wouldn't you? You absolutely would. Merlin says, good to know that the person has spent the last 3 years of his life studying to find out how to stop a seagull stealing a chip. Totally worth the £30,000 for education. Oh, Merlin. Do you have a large debt? Did you go to the university? See, I'm so glad I never went. I can't think of anything worse than sitting at a university being bored to tears, learning of the next thing to be offended by. There was actually a post at Mike Cullen, you might have seen it. Julia Hartley-Brewer posted the other day, and it was some lecture going on. I don't know if it was here or in America, but someone suddenly stood up and put the hands up and said, oh, excuse me. Yep, sorry. Do you mind if I make a suggestion? Can you keep the noise down and the ambient noise level? Only it is affecting my hearing, and it's making a little bit loud. And this room was full up with people. Full up with stupid students who listened to this bloke who stood up and said that all the ambient noise in there was affecting his head. Are you for real? And then someone else stood up and said, excuse me, you're not mentioning women or men. I can't remember what it was. You're mentioning men more than women or women more than men in this conversation. Could you please make sure that it's 50-50 equal on whatever you're saying? I thought, you stupid bastards. This is what's happening in universities now. This is what they go to. They don't learn anything. The only thing they learn to do is how to stop seagulls eating your chips. There you go. There's a man I admire. Merlin paid for his university out of his own pocket. He worked hard. Merlin, when I was at uni, we didn't tolerate those student snowflakes. We just told them to shut up and sit down. Absolutely. Stupid people. Who probably all vote Labour, I'm afraid. That's what they are. All right. Okie doke. LaBelle says, people stare at me all the time. It's when they put a smirk on their faces when I worry. Oh dear. Universities are brainwashing institutions now. I'm sure they are. They really are. LaBelle also says the M&M store in New York City, where I've been there actually, the M&M store in New York City. It's, if I remember rightly, it's on a corner, isn't it? Yeah, it wasn't too far from I can't remember the hotel I stayed at. It was a lovely hotel I stayed at. That was in that was for my 50th birthday. So when was that? That's 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. I think 2014 I was last in New York. They bring in lots of Ziploc bags. It's horrible. What a Ziploc bag? Oh, those zip things, aren't they? Yeah, like that. Good. All righty, Roy the Boy's got to go now. Yeah, I'm going to go now as well, Roy the Boy. I just want to do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 11th of August, 2019. Just one birthday today, Daz Pierce. Daz, I love your picture of Muttley. Remember Muttley? Muttley. That one. Muttley the dog. So happy birthday today to Daz. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Clarissa says, I got a yellow M&M jacket from the factory in New York. That's a great shop, the M&M jacket. I like the smell. Oh, the smell of all those sweets. A bit like going to... Have you ever been to a bakery? We love sweets. Roy the Boy, your birthday on the 28th. Well, if it's set on Facebook and you're a Facebook friend of mine, that should come up, my friend, okay? So do have a look at that, okay? Make sure it's on the Facebook. That's where I get the birthdays from. Otherwise, on the day, tell me while the show is on and I'll do it, all right? Okay, so I'll be with you again tomorrow morning in just a few hours' time, actually. I must have a cup of tea. I'm desperate for a cup of tea. Desperate. Tomorrow morning, sometime between 8:30 and 10 o'clock, I'll be doing the raffle. I'm not sure what time the show starts. You know we're not scheduled, okay? It can happen at any time. So make sure you've got the subscription button set, both on Facebook and YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Ridden UK, so you get the little notification whenever we're doing the show. Sometimes one of them might not work. It does happen. I get messages, oh, we didn't get the YouTube notification, or I didn't get the Periscope notification, or didn't get the Facebook notification. If you've got a couple switched on, then you shouldn't miss it. It should work on at least one of them. All right? There we are. Oh, my God. Ray Reynolds, my fridge had a wooden door. You lying bastard. No fridge has a wooden door. Come on, Ray. So tomorrow we got the raffle. Here's all the tickets. Standing by to be picked, okay? Someone will win a fridge magnet and a photo as well, if you want one tomorrow morning. Thanks ever so much for watching the show. It's been absolutely... Oh, we've done 2 hours? I can't believe it. 2 hours. I can't believe I've said it. This is the longest show I've ever done. That is the longest 2-hour show. The longest show I've ever done. And it was an accident. I only ever come on to do 45 minutes. That's the truth. I only ever come on, I thought I'd do a 45-minute and it gets extended. Night time tonight. Oh, wow, 2 hours we've done today. That's the longest show ever. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Thanks very much for watching and listening and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Cheerio now.